Very interesting. What is this? I need to see it to know how it stopped. I've solved this puzzle before. To start it again. Trying to find this engine that used to protect me. Deal. When I try to create, I feel empty. Okay, we are here. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. Trust me, you'll see. You have to say that your work is fun and easy. You have to say that the game development is simple and joyous, and that you'll love it 100% of the time. Okay, making games is simple. Sure, making games is simple. Ah, that feels wonderful. Why did I feel so awful when I said that? Why did the walls just crumble? But it wasn't the truth. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me.
Any sacrifice made for my work are 100% are worth it 100% of the time. It always pays off eventually. Yes. Oh, keep going.
This is what I felt at the time.
There's no shame, no fear, no guilt. I will be saved by my work. I believe this question.
I had never felt so rocked. I needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
I'm free.
But it didn't stop. After finishing this one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safely. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. You can begin interrogating. I intend to be quick. I intend to be quiet. I intend to be brutal. Very good. Just to be warned, someone called the press, so you might have a bit of attention on this one. Also, one more thing you should know about the machine. It's called itself Coda. Oh, hello there, my friend.
And of course, it's the machine.
You've stopped. You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Wait. Those people out there, can you imagine what pain you've put them through? It was only because of your creations that any of us could make it through every day. So what needs to happen? You need to go to the people who are out there and apologize to them. You have to admit to them the people you allowed them to suffer. No, nothing? Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the things you fear. Alright then, I will speak to them for you. My followers, my friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. The machine will not apologize to us. The machine refuses to admit that it deliberately hurt us. But this is not important. We are stronger than it thinks we are. We will find a way to live without it. We don't need its games. Let us pray. Let us pay it retribution. Let us show it that we are not failures. Follow me. We will destroy the machine. Follow me. We will destroy everything the machine has created. Oh, hey guys. Sorry guys. Oh shit, we're back. What the fuck? What the fuck? Coda, I'll make sure your work dies here. Coda, I'll make sure you are known forever. Seen naked in clarity.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation. And so, as I'm thinking this, I realize that I could be the one to initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for him? If he could see the difference it would make to have more actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I probably shouldn't just be like shooting everything, but I am.
So I started showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands that you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of the prison escape games. I brought them to people that I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions. And the great part is that they really loved his games. You know, the point of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work. There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
Except himself. Put down your weapon. I don't think I can do it.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need, to be told that my work is good, that I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something, I really felt like I'd done something good, like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy, so beautifully, beautifully happy. So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's. This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made. So let's take a look.
I'm sad. This is sad. This is saddening.
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, The Tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world. It's a very cold game. This room actually has a maze in it.
Oh.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise, so the experience is really miserable. The game goes beyond not being meant to be played, it actually seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
This is sad. This is obviously he wasn't that happy.
It's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze? The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me, because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement. It doesn't ask anything of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him, but I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I do think there's like a bunch of secrets and stuff I missed, and I am curious if this is a real story or if this is the game, you know? It's really hard to tell. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. The tower. Shit, it's big, man. It's cool though.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side. So even if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Oh.
And it's scary for me, the idea of Coda cutting himself off entirely, just saying, you know, that's it, that's the end of the conversation, not giving me any way to fix the problem. I feel like a failure, I guess, when I can't fix the problem. But I can open this door for you, so.
Is he Coda?
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I mean, I don't know why I would be. It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow. I feel like I failed, and I don't understand why. I remember. It's June of 2011. I'm playing this for the very first time. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them... I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
Does he know? I'm not sure he would even know. It's like an internal
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected
idea.
with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else.
But it's not about you.
To be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
But it's not about you.
Where did I screw up?
Dear Davey, thank you for the interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
That you stopped making games, aren't I? It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you. I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... It felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable. And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important. They really listened and cared about what I had to say. Even though I was showing your work, I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself. And then you stopped, and I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing. What does that mean?
That's a big metaphor of projection. Yeah. Davey's projecting onto Coda. Wow. But I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with the things that you're wrestling with.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I'm talking about, don't say anything.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work, is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry. I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me? Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. And I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Epilogue. Says a lot. Many lampposts. So many lampposts. A train station.
More.
No
More
signs.
love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more. It's like a disease. Solution. I guess if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed. Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Yeah, man. That could be it.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
But now I'm in the dark. Where I belong. The space between spaces, the time between time. That's where I spend my days. Because all it was a metaphor for me. I am the darkness between the doors.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like,
You and me both,
I
Davey.
actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
You and me both. Because what's the point of anything? If not external validation, right? If you're not seen.
What now? I think I need to go. And I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here and I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot that I need to make up for. And so I'm just gonna
go.
Okay.
Oh, we're back at dusk. Yeah? She's gonna send me back up to the top. No, it'll send me here. It's beautiful. I'd love to go to a place like this. Marble stairs up to the abyss of despair. The stairs. I'm so sorry. We just take it in and breathe. Wow.
Turn back.
For
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave.
following individuals.
Let me keep going. But the cave goes for
Turn back. Oh, the song.
miles and miles. And you're so tired. But I know that you're strong. So turn back. Turn back.
Wow. Take it in. Enjoy. Explore. Life. Meaning. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen. That was something else. I was exactly on time. That's exactly how long they told me it was going to take. If there's anything we can learn from this, it's be kind. Find purpose. On that note, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this experience, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you at some point in the future. Catch you later.